June 15th. We're on the day after, technically, the Gemini new moon, which was technically last night, with these moons, with every moon, with every big transition, anything happening. We usually have a lot of energy several days before and several days after. So you're still able to work with the manifesting energy of the new moon in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, so we're going to talk about communication. It's represented by the card the Lovers, so the things that bring you joy and happiness, make you feel good. We're just going to jump right in with a card that flew out when I was shuffling. So this is the Princess of Pentacles. So this is a really wonderful deck. It's the Star Tarot. I actually have an unboxing of it on my page here because it's so beautiful and there's so much energy or imagery in this deck, which is why I'm actually going to start off by kind of reading something that she wrote about the imagery. So this would be the princess is this deck is considered the Knight of Pentacles. Um, oh, just kidding. Actually, it's the page. I knew that. Just kidding. So this is considered the page. So the Princess of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles is pregnant with the star of the divine light. Look at her belly in truth. Her inner beauty and strength shine out, reflecting her deep connection to the divine and Mother Earth, bringing out the magical possibilities and miracles from within out into the realm of Earth. Her dress symbolizes the cosmos with her. Her tattoo spirals speak of cycles of life in the universe. The apple blossoms in her hair symbolize purity, love, and grace. The new moon medicine wheel sits at her third eye of perception. Well, isn't that funny? That's the first card we pulled out, and it's the new moon card. With the star of humanity and the divine are at the center. The tree to her right has the symbol of earth and the new moon carved into the bark, again with the new moon. The trees symbolize the link between the heavens and earth and sacred knowledge. The four colored butterflies symbolize transformation and the four elements of earth: green, water blue, fire red, and air yellow. The three fairies represent the elemental realms that care for the plants and animals on the earth. Again, as you're looking at this imagery and as I'm talking about these specific things, if things are popping out to you, if your eyes are going places, it's like an extra message. That's what I love so much about this deck and the beauty of it. And that's why I like reading, because this is not in any way, shape, or form what the typical Page of Pentacles looks like, and it's represented by not just a woman, but a woman that is like pregnant, right? It's a very, very, very different energy, this card. The family of deer symbolizes gentleness and innocence. The black bear brings introspection, dream time, and feminine intuition. The fox symbolizes feminine energy and the awakened creative life force within. So again, maybe a fox is your spirit message. I know that I've been pulling fox cards lately, so I'm like, okay, fox energy is clearly trying to work with me. Deers is been one of my symbols for a long time. So I love that. Maybe you've been feeling the call of fae or elements or the elements wanting to work with you. And here I am talking about fairies and the elements of the outdoors, right? So again, if we're seeing things or hearing things and they're resonating, and it's almost like, oh yeah, this is spirit trying to reiterate something to me. Especially like spirit says, like, when I show you the same things over and over again, these energies are trying to work with you. Even if it's a card like this, like say you keep pulling the King of Cups, the King of Cups, the King of Cups, so you keep saying the King of Cups. Well, you need to be embracing the King of Cups energy in your life, right? So if something in this picture or what we're talking about is resonating with you or something that you're seeing over and over again, you need to lean into that specific message. The small rabbit's lesson is to confront your fears. Be observant to the happening around you. Rabbit also symbolizes fertility and new life. The porcupine symbolizes wonder and trust. The beautiful white swan symbolizes grace, purity, and love. So also, if you have a specific question in your mind that you're thinking about, and I'm listening to whatever I say, then take that as your answer. She teaches us to look for beauty in all things. The small turtle in the pond symbolizes Mother Earth. Its spiral shell represents the never-ending cycle in life in the universe, and the otter symbolizes the feminine energy of nurturing and intuition. Otter also symbolizes joyfulness and plainness, reminding us to be open and receptive. So there was a lot of messages just in there, reading in the imagery of the card for you if you have something going on and you're wanting to know. So again, I just had a card fly out as I'm shuffling. So this is just how we're reading. So the Five of Pentacles, this is a card. Fives are about conflict. Again, we're in Pentacles energy. So this is things about the home life, our abundance, our stability, our health, our wellness, root chakra, like how we're feeling in our body. And this is a card of conflict. And so this card is acknowledging, that we might be having hard times for somebody in particular, that we might be having some sort of hard time right now, that we might be having some sort of difficulty right now. And maybe we're kind of like looking for a way to get financial loss, setbacks, any sort of worry. So, there's a wolf in this card, so we want to talk about the wolf is about transformation. How technically this person is going towards the mountains, and I feel it's like this is like a reminder that, like, remember, like, even if you're climbing the mountain right now, like when you get to the top, even though it feels like a struggle going up, it's a lot easier on the way down, right? We have the pinnacle star, and it's kind of like up in the sky, kind of like it's a guiding light. So it feels like if we're going through this struggle, we're going through this pain right now, calling on like a companion, like a wolf companion, a spiritual guide, spirit to kind of help guide you through. It's like praying and meditating about it, leaning into your higher power and your faith to get through. Literally like the guiding star. It feels very much like for this problem we're having, we need to be checking in with like whoever our higher power is or whoever God is to us, spirit, and like asking them how to help me. Like, how do I finish getting up this mountain so I can come down the other side? Let's see what else is coming up. We have the death card. I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's number 13, which a lot of people think is bad luck, but it's actually a card of good luck because look what we see. We see the phoenix. So I feel like this is coming right after the struggle of the five, right? Is spirit is saying, like, literally, like, it is through the dying of things, it is through letting things go, it is through parts of us dying, relationships, jobs, grief, all of that. It is through the death of anything, right? We're not talking about physical death, that we are able to have rebirth, we are able to become anew, right? So again, the number 13, if that means something to you, and the phoenix, that's the big thing with this card, is that it's the idea is that we're like, you're rising from the ashes. So this very much plays after the five. So if you're struggling with something, if you're feeling like you need guidance on something, if you're going through the thick of it, it's literally like, that's exactly what this is saying, right? It's saying like, we have this moment of struggle, but like it is through the death of whatever we are feeling right now that we will have a rebirth. We will, like spirit says, like, you will rise again, you will overcome. And again, all of the stars up in the sky, just like the previous, stars that we have here, it's this idea of like, remembering that like we are so much bigger than this human life. We are literally like spirits that are living a human existence, and we are here for many reasons, to have many experiences. The number one is to have joy and to have fun and to have love. So figuring out how we can get back to that, and remembering that like at the end of the day, like, what's that saying, like, this is just like a meat suit that we're just like here wearing, and like getting in touch with that spiritual side, and like remembering the bigger picture, and remembering like what life really is, and like what your soul journey really is. It can help make the day-to-day stuff and like the daily struggles not seem so like overwhelming, like it's the end of the world, because it's not the end of the world, right? Like we keep going on. I have a lot of Welsh ancestors. My adopted grandma was full Welsh. So me, I feel like that's a hello for my dad in spirit and my grandma in spirit, who's one of my spirit guides. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Again, this is a beautiful card. The imagery is just to die for in this deck. So I love, there's a lot of indigenous aspects to this, obviously. And the six, again, we have Pentacles energy. The Six of Pentacles to me has always been one of my favorite cards when it comes to the natural give and take of in life. I was at a beautiful mediumship gallery yesterday, and she was talking to somebody about, and basically passing on this message about how like this person is always give, 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 and they don't receive. And there are people who love to give, like this person that fulfills them. And so by not allowing other people to give back to them, she's denying those people what they love and what makes them feel good, right? So allowing like the flow of like knowing when it's good to give, knowing when it's good to take. Also, I'm hearing like leaning into relationships, manifesting right now using this energy. So we have the energy of communication and the energy of the lovers right now with this Gemini moon. So it's like now is the time to be manifesting and calling in these relationships, and whether it's whether it's like, you know what? I need my ex and my kids to be more give and take, equally balanced. I need like feeling like me and my coworker, my business is more give and take, evenly balanced. I need to feel like there's more of a balance in like how much, I give out financially to help other people, and like what I'm getting back, peace in my life. So it's like calling in the energy of this card, calling in like, material success, accomplishment, prosperity, abundance, like there's a lot big spiritual aspect to this card, right? I'm going to read the imagery. In the image of this card, the white buffalo woman holds the sacred buffalo pipe of prayer, gifting it to the people. The sacred pipe connects you to the spirit through prayer. I was just talking about prayer, so giving awareness that we are one with everything, walking the path of peace, harmony, and balance. Buffalo woman taught the people of the cycle flow that passes through each individual in the universe, and to thank and honor the abundance that Mother Earth and Spirit give to you. Again, Spirit is wanting to connect with people. The white buffalo, just like there was a white butterfly in the one before, and this one has a white buffalo. Represents sacred life and abundance. And again, we keep getting all of these Pentacles cards. The medicine wheel embodies the cycles of life and the four directions. Again, the death card was also about the cycles of life, seasons and elements, as well as the four races of man living in harmony. The starry Milky Way, again, we have the stars in another card, symbolizes the cosmic flow of abundance and creation. The six-pointed star in each pinnacle portrays the unity of spirit and matter spiraling with creation. So I'm also hearing this idea of spirit, and I said that right at 11:11 on my timer, is that spirit wants to co-create with you into bringing abundance into your life. I'm also hearing we need to be clear about the kind of abundance that we're trying to bring in. So like, I had somebody ask about they were wanting to do they saw somebody told us about how they did a visualization spell where they were like, they wanted to be seen by people. And I said, well, you might want to make sure that it's being seen by people that you want to see, because you could just get a bunch of stalkers. You could be getting attention that you don't want. It could not be positive attention. So if you're wanting to manifest attention and things in your life like that, you need to be a little more specific, right? That it's positive attention, it's healthy attention, not that you're getting blasted on social media for something bad that you did 20 years ago. So being mindful that we're being very intentional when we're bringing up the things that we're actually wanting to manifest. Let's see what else we got. Let's pull at least one more. Thought maybe I'd get a jumper, but I didn't. So we have, oh, look at that. The 10 of Cups. So it's funny because I follow this gal that does these wonderful little readings where she like throws the cards all around and one pops out. And yesterday for her new moon reading, she pulled this card. And she was like, I'm pretty sure I pulled this for the full moon too. And I actually have this card on my altar right now. It is not the Lover's card, but it does have similar type energy, right? Because this is cups, this is total fulfillment, it's happiness, it's joy. It's just like, this is like the dream life card, right? And so I feel again, like it's talking about like this ability to like manifest and pull in and call in all these things that you want. I saw something on social media and it was a beautiful video of this man just adoring his partner. And some woman commented like, well, aren't you lucky? Because 95% of men aren't like this. And I said, not if you don't think they are. And she's like, well, I live in reality. I'm like, well, your reality is different than mine, because whatever your reality is very much what you're manifesting. So if you think that 95% of men are not good people, then your reality is going to be full of 95% of men that are not good people. That is not my reality. My reality is very different. So, again, like knowing, and I'm going to the white in the sky again, and you have the white butterfly again here showing up. We have the deer showing up again. We have rabbit showing up again. Let's read about the imagery. In the image of the 10 of Cups, a family is in a peaceful setting representing a balance between nature, man, and spirit. Again, this is a theme that we're finding, a balance between nature and spirit, our human life, our abundance, all of that in spirit. And the stream symbolizes our subconsciousness, always shifting and moving. The woman sits with her sleeping young son, gazing into the stream, knowing that this moment will pass. The fish coming out of the cup is the unconscious wisdom awakening to spirit. The cup is the Ace of Cups, signaling the start of a new cycle about to begin. Again, new moon in Gemini. I keep going back to the fact that Gemini is ruled by the Lover's card in tarot. So it's a great opportunity to start again, like the Ace of Cups, like I just said, like a beautiful new. This doesn't just mean relationships with other people in a romantic way. It can be a relationship with self, relationship back to something that you're passionate about, relationship back to your own creativity, relationship back to like your deep self-love, your longing, whatever it is. Like if you're feeling like an emptiness or something, like read about the energy of this Ace of Cups and like know that like you can lean into that type of new energy for new beginning. And again, it just feels like a very strong energy around like using what's happening right now to manifest for like these really beautiful things. Let's see, where was I at? The fish coming out of the cusp. The white rose of purity and golden hummingbirds of joy embellish her dress. A mother deer watches her fawn sleeping peacefully. The deer symbolizes love, compassion, and gentleness. Small rabbits around the children represent trust and security in their environment. You know what's funny is I've had a baby rabbit on my patio every day for the last 2 weeks. Small rabbits around the children represent trust and security in their environment. All the animals sense the harmony and love within the family. So if you have animals that are around you all the time, it's because they sense you. I have them all over my patio all the time because they can pick up your aura and they feel safe in your energy. This little baby bunny is not scared of me. It literally comes up to me and just stares at me until I feed it. I'm its mother now. The father's tunic has the white butterfly of remembrance covering his heart chakra, remembering his divine connection. The white butterfly trails a rainbow, the bridge that connects him to spirit. His young daughter, also the rainbow bridge that makes me think of children and like a child in spirit, miscarriage type babies. So if that's something having on your mind and you're hearing this, then consider that like a little hello from heaven. His young daughter watches, especially if it has to do with a little girl. His young daughter watches as he lifts his hand to the dove of divine love. Her hand touches his heart, feeling the magic of love being channeled from above. He caresses his wife's hand, transforming spiritual love to human love. The gentle, deep love moves from mother to young son and the animals and environment around them. There becomes such a sacred balance between heaven and earth that cycles like nature. A lot of nature coming up in these cards too. The setting is surrounded by a rainbow portal symbolizing the gateway to the divine spirit and transformation with 10 golden cups, emotional completeness. The deep violet around the rainbow is the color of the crown chakra that is totally opened up to the divine light, creating transformation, again with the transformation. White butterflies and joy, hummingbirds. So it kind of feels like there's like a full cycle of like, let's see, we started off with this energy of like spirit being around, all the animals, the abundance, the connection to self, like the developing of something great, just a lot of like signs from spirit wanting to connect. And then there were some people asking some questions, and that's when this energy popped in of saying like, yeah, we're acknowledging that like there's some shit going on and not everything's super easy right now. But like again, like looking to spirit, looking to God, looking to whatever your higher source is, like connecting with something outside of yourself to get through these hard times. And then remembering that like everything is a cycle of life and that like you too can be the phoenix. We can be the phoenix every single day in our life. We wake up and rise again from the ashes of the day before. Again, lots of stars, lots of connecting to spirit. My eyes are going to whatever this is too. This is really neat. This person that's almost like protecting or like it almost feels like a ring of like, like your crown chakra, like spirit saying like, I have you during this transition. And again, with the white butterfly. And then it was like a reminder that as we're like rebuilding and as we're bringing in the new after this death cycle, that we still are in a cycle. We still are about connecting with spirit. We still have the energy of all of the directions and the buffalo and like, again, all these animal spirits. And it's about saying like on this cycle, like remembering there's an ebb and flow of energy between spirit outside, crown chakra, high up in our body and earth and like disconnecting and being in the ethers, and then like also like coming back to embodiment and being in ourself and being grounded and finding the connection between the groundedness root earth relationship and then that higher power relationship. And then remembering like you should just also not just be manifesting and working in this type of energy, but like this is what everybody deserves. We all deserve the 10 of cups life. We all deserve the beauty and the happiness and what the family could be you and your plants. The family could be you and your pets. It could be whatever it looks like to you. And just like emotional fulfillment and happiness, and know that this almost feels like we've gone through like a full cycle of this. And so this is a very happy ending card. And so again, just like knowing that there is a happy ending coming for you. So happy new moon in Gemini. I do still have up my collective Gemini season readings. And then I also have collective readings for the month of June. So those are great to go listen to. And maybe if you've asked spirit for some signs or there's something that you've been thinking about, the answer might be there for you. Or even if it is kind of like clarification for something we talked about, or maybe one of these cards is in that reading too, and it's like double clarification or for you because it's something that you've been pulling for yourself or just like a message that you keep carrying. So anyways, I bid you adieu.